Good morning and welcome to Spy Money. Today is it going to be the typical Friday sell-off? And I guess we'll find out. Good morning, Robert, Lewis. I keep saying that wrong. I always get that name mixed up when I read it. There's so many different variations of it. There are many different ways to look at this. First of all, I want to start off that you should always make your own trades. Never trade based off of what I say, but based off of what you see. That is probably the biggest thing. I've never told anybody what to trade, when to trade it, when to sell it, or anything. I always say, it's your money, what do you think? In our Discord group, I say that. On YouTube, I say that. In Facebook, I say that. In real life, face-to-face conversations, I say that. On the phone, I say that. So that is the biggest thing. Always make your own trades. You only have yourself to blame for missing out on the big trade or getting in the bad trade. So that's that. Hello, Sarah. I don't think I've seen you on here in a while, at least commenting. Maybe you're watching but not commenting. Good to have you on here. So we're going to go back in and look at something here that is what I think is going to happen. There's a lot of, you had a bear flag here, you had a bear flag there, come down another one. I mean, you could bear flag this all you want, but it's a continual downtrend. And then we have another bear flag. Now, there was someone in our group that has been talking about the Elliott wave theory. So I've been kind of studying up on it a little bit. I'm always open for any different ways to trade, to make it better, to make it easier to understand and so forth. And I'm not going to go into that right now, but I'm going to say that we are actually in the pattern of the Elliott wave theory, where this, and again, I won't go into it. Maybe in our Discord channel we'll talk more about it. But this would be 1, this would be 2, this would be 3. So between 2 and 3 is always your long one. And then you have 4, and 4 is your consolidation time. And then you go to 5. 5 will be below this. So 2031, possibly the 50%. But I think that it's going to be the 1709 in this area, based off of the difference between these. And when you look at the Elliott wave theory, there are, again, the numbers, you start with 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we come down to 5. So saying that, and of course the Fed's being involved on this, don't necessarily make that theory work out. But the way I've been trading, the way I've been charting, that wave theory actually lines up with what I was thinking, which actually makes me feel better about where I was going with it. Is today going to be a typical Friday sell-off? Part of me thinks that it might consolidate all day. And if it does, I think that it will sell off either the end of the day. It might do it right at the opening. Who knows? I'm not a mind reader or nothing, but I will say it this way: is you have this blue trend, and this blue trend. Let me go back and look at that again. This blue trend comes right down from here, touches there. We actually touch a little bit in here. We're actually getting ready to, we're touching there as well. Just because that goes over the line doesn't mean that it has to stop there, okay? Sometimes it will go over, just like if you look up here, it went over and then come down. Now we're coming up and touching again, but if you look at this, we're actually coming up and trying to touch it again. At opening, which is another 28 minutes, I believe that this is probably going to be there, and I think it's just going to sell off hard. That's my opinion. Now, it may rally to 3,400. I'm not a mind reader. I don't know what the computers are up to and all that. So, hello, Roman. But I think based off of all of my charting that I have done, and actually all this consolidation I was not expecting, but when you look at the Elliott wave theory, number 4 is nothing but consolidation. So, putting that theory based on the way that I trade, it all makes perfect 100% sense. So I think that the sell-off should be today. We always sell off on Friday, and I always tell everybody the chart tells a story. And right now, it is time for this story to have news.
So I think, yesterday we had the jobs numbers was way down, so that brought it down some. Then today we're having the other reports coming out with yesterday was unemployment, today is jobs. And so with having all this, and it just so happens, coincidentally, of course, that this lines up exactly on those days that it's going to happen. I don't believe in coincidence. I believe that the chart tells a story, and it actually lines up perfectly with the way the news comes out. That's just my opinion. And let's see here. Josh, I've seen the Elliott wave theory, but need to learn them. Always up for new idea. I'll send a link to everybody in our Discord channel. I don't do this on the YouTube. We teach in our Discord channel, so if you're not a member, there's a link down in the description. And we go over stuff like this, and we help each other learn. And the one person that brought it up in our Discord channel, it just intrigued me, and I thought, well, I'm going to start reading up on this and start studying. So I started watching videos on it, and it is very, very interesting. And it's not something you can watch one video and learn it. It's going to be something you have to kind of study. There's a lot to it. But on this particular one, it lines up perfect with, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Being 5 coming down here. That person also agrees with me that we're going down, which just reinforces what I've been thinking. But I've actually been kind of back and forth. As much consolidation as we've had, I've been thinking, well, maybe I'm wrong. And I've told you all in the Discord group that I think this is what's going to happen, but I don't know. So I've got calls and puts on it. So today, hopefully this will stay up. Walmart will keep on going up. I plan on selling off all my Walmart today if it goes up, and if it does go up, then I plan on jumping in puts to ride this down. But I am going to be focused more on futures next week. I'm going to let the puts that I have kind of ride out, and as I sell them, then I'm going to get back to running more trades on the futures. As far as like the future contracts, I'm going to start scalping more. I think there's a really good opportunity in here with all this consolidation. I've kind of backed away. I have done some trading with this on the future contracts, but I'm just I've been a little bit hesitant because of the way the market has been moving. You cannot make money in options right here. You can't do it. It's just too up and down. The premiums will eat you alive. So if you're in puts, I believe today is the day that you're going to start making your money and go from there. You would sell Walmart for June. Roman, I'm not telling you all what to do, but I'm saying that I personally plan on selling all of my Walmart today if I can. I almost sold my June and September yesterday. So bulls are saying, hey, this market is fine, I'll buy more, but yet we have an oil war, record unemployment, global lockdown, supply of the restrictions, pandemic, and economies are at a standstill. Yeah, I know. I think this is just a bad time to buy personally. So I'm going to kind of weather out this storm. Hopefully this will drop down like I'm thinking. If it does, then I'll close out my puts. When I get down here, I might close out my puts here. I may not ride it on down. When we get down to our fib of 2031, that's a weekly fib. When I get down there, and if I'm in good profit, I'm going to probably sell. I'm not going to be greedy and try to keep on making money on down to this area. Now, I'm not saying I'll sell them all. I might leave a couple if it looks like it's going that way. But I plan on trying to be out right here. That's my strategy. Now, don't follow my strategy. I want you to do your strategy. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Walmart, I think Walmart's going to have record sales, but at the same time, well, I'll tell you, we'll talk about Walmart when we get there. So as far as ES, I'm thinking that we're right on this trend. So where we were up here and we popped down, now we're up to it again. I just think that at opening bell, we're probably going to start tanking, and that's usually what happens. So that's my thought on the market today. I do believe that we're going to have another Friday sell-off, and it's based off of how these trends are hitting. See, this right here was another bear flag, and we dropped out of it, come up, touch the trend. So I think it's just a matter of doing that. So let's go to gold. Gold has whipped my butt. I got inputs down here. This thing, the way it was trending down and stuff, it was going with ES, but then again, ES has been rallying quite a bit lately, so this is a bull flag, which tells me this is going to rage. But if ES starts selling off again, I'm hoping gold will go with it because it did last time. And if it does, I'm hoping gold will get down to the 1200s like I've been saying all along. This is the bottom of that pennant that we're in, and it's headed that way. So if I go back to a weekly so you can see it better. Let's see here. So right here's where we are. And we're actually coming down to this area is where I believe we're going to come down. I don't think we're going to be there today. No, it's just no thought of that. I think just in time we're going to be down to this trend. Now there's a chance we might actually come down and hit it right here, which would be the 1381. But I think that we're going to come down into the 1200s, like the high 1200s along through here. That would be like right at 13 here, and from here, see it's 330. See, that's a long ways off there. So let's do this. Let's go back to a daily. Oops. We go back to a daily and kind of open this up. This could easily, this sold off right there in 3.6 to 3.19. So that was, what's that? 12 days, so 2 weeks. So we could easily be down here sometime in May. We could all be down to the very bottom. So again, we just need to watch and see what's happening with it. As far as any kind of Elliott wave theory in here, I'm just not that good on it to actually see what gold would be doing because I don't understand it in here. I'm not an expert on that. I'm just learning it. But I'm going to start using it, and I'm going to keep doing it the way I do because my strategy actually works. But it would be nice to use mine and then have another one that will actually confirm my decisions on it. So that's gold. Let's go to CL, crude oil. Crude oil has taken off, and honestly, I'm glad. That's helping me because I've got calls in it. I wish I'd have averaged them down here because if I did, I'd already be in the money up here, but I didn't. I was afraid of it. I thought it was going to go down to the 1500s, but it looks like oil is probably going to keep on rallying. So I'm fine with that. I'm actually real fine with that. I bought my calls rolling through here, so I got some catch up. So if we do, I'm just estimating. It was about right here. So if we can get up to there, I'm still not going to be broke even. But as soon as we get up into here, I will be. I may go ahead and buy some more in here. And I almost, yesterday on this little pullback, I almost got into it here, but I didn't. But you can see the 15 is staying right above the 15. So hopefully crude oil will continue to go up. There was a lot of jobs that were going to be shut down. So anyway, so while we're at it, I'm looking at my viewers. I got a lot of viewers on here, and I've only got 7 likes. Why don't you hit that like button if you like what I'm saying? If you don't like it, don't hit the like button. And then we've got the dollar. The dollar has been going up. I got in a future trade or a forex trade this morning, and I was actually doing real well. Matter of fact, actually I'll pull up the US. I got in. Let's see, that's a 1 hour. I got in this trade. Where was I got in it right here. As soon as it come off of that channel, I got in there and I let it run up, went all the way up here. I almost sold it, and then I got distracted. I wanted to go to Walmart and buy some staples, canned foods, and see if they had more toilet paper and stuff like that, because they're getting ready to shut off the retail section. And I wanted to get some barber shears. I need a haircut bad. I used to cut my own hair, and I know it's kind of funny, but I could actually cut it pretty good. And I quit doing it, started going back to a barber, and I need a haircut bad. I can't wait. So I went ahead and bought me some more barber shears this morning. It's the only reason I went there, and I bought some other stuff. And I forgot about this. And I had my stop. Actually, I got stopped out right here. And I was in the trade right here. So I got stopped out there. I didn't lose much. I think it was like maybe $50 or something. But I was up quite a bit right here. And I think I was up like around $100 there. And I almost sold it, but didn't. So, no, Billy, I won't either. 10 likes to shave
shave a mohawk on my head. No, it ain't gonna happen. So that's funny. I did not say that. Billy did. That's too funny. Hey, you're the rocker. I mean, you can get away with a mohawk. So, that's too funny. So we got the NG. Natural gas has been selling off with the market. I think, my calls are destroyed on this one. I don't have much in it, but they're destroyed. They are through May, so there's a chance that it may go ahead and pop back up. I never thought that natural gas would sell off the way it did. I thought it would stay along this trend and pop up. I bought it last time here, and I wrote it up. I made actually sold it right on through here, made quite a bit of money. And then I ended up getting in it again. I think, actually it was before that. Let's see, I got in it. I must have gotten in it over here. I don't remember where I got in. But anyway, I made money on it. And actually, it was right here. I got in and made money here. And then I made some, I went ahead and got in here because I thought it was going to pop up again. And then I let my calls just go. And then it just tanked on me. And I should have just jumped out and took my loss and moved on. But I didn't. I would go to NQ, same as ES. Same pattern. There's no different. You can look at ES and know pretty much about any stock that you're looking at. You can tell what it's going to happen. Pretty much. Not all of them. So the Qs are going to drop down too. You're probably looking, I haven't charted it out with ES, but if you look at this one, that's a 1 hour. You are probably looking to come down to the 58.20 mark is what I would think. So that's probably where we're coming with it. And if you look at the I haven't looked at this for like that wave theory thing. There it is. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 would be down there. So it works the same with it because it's pretty much the same pattern. So 5 is going to be down below this mark here. So we will definitely have a new low. It's just a matter of where will it be. Will it be the 58.20 or would it be on down, which I don't have a fib lower, but where will it actually go? That would be the question. And when will it go? I think it'll happen over a week's time. I think that, again, like I said, I think next Wednesday will probably be our low that we have. And then I think on Thursday, our job numbers, our unemployment numbers are going to be less than they were the week before because everybody's already laid off. So if they're lower than what they were this past week of, I think 6.6 million, if they're lower, then they're going to say, well, that's good news. There's less people getting laid off. That's just the way the market works. So I think next Thursday is probably when we will actually start rallying. Usually, see, the last time when it started tanking, it was about 2 to 3 weeks before the market or the economy was actually hurting. It was selling off 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time. Now we're going to be next week. We're going to be 2 to 3 weeks before everybody gets back to work. So naturally, I think the stocks are going to move up. So that's my time frame. That's how I'm coming up with that. We go to VIX. VIX, actually it should be selling off because the market continued to go up. Today I think VIX will actually pop up. If we sell off, VIX is going to take off. When we get up, we may hit the 90s up there or maybe even higher. So I'm looking to see where we end up and then get into some puts on that and ride it out. Go to Walmart. This is our group's favorite stock, and it's probably because of me because I've traded this so much and I've made so much money on it. It's not funny. I did have a big loss on it. Last Friday I lost $3,800 because of being an idiot, not following my rules, not doing what I tell everybody else to do. I didn't do it, and I deserve to lose it. So now I'm in heavy on Walmart. I actually got in another mistake. I got in right here with April calls and it dropped down on me. So I've averaged it down a lot. If this pops up, if we get up here close to the 128 area, I should actually make money with that. So what I'm hoping today is that we actually get a pop on this. I was expecting a pullback today. And if we go to 15, I was expecting a pop up or a drop today. Because usually what happens is when we get a rally, we'll drop, and then we go ahead and rally back up. Even with this one here, we had a big old rally, we dropped down, and then we rallied up and made a new high from the previous day. So with this one, we had a big rally, and we dropped.
So I'm thinking that we're going to go ahead and going up. This is just using patterns, trends, what is actually happening in the history. Even over in here, if you look at this one, I mean, it's went up and then it sold off. Then it goes up and it sells up. It goes up and it sold off. And this one just kept selling off. But I think that we are going to hit it again. Right here, this yellow arrow is the tops of when we rallied up and we stopped. And if you notice, we rallied up and we stopped almost at the same spot. And then the next one was right up here. So I've already got the arrow over there. I think that we will actually hit that arrow today. And I'm hoping, because I'd like to get out of my Walmart calls today. I think long-term Walmart's going to be good, but if we hit here, that's a double top. A double top, you can either push through it and go, or it could actually pull back. I just want to get my money and close out. I'm not going to be greedy. If it runs to 500, more power to the people that held, but it won't be me. I would, if it starts running up, I might go ahead and jump back in. But my thoughts is, if it runs up and hits that, I may go ahead and buy, not very many, but I may buy some puts because I think it'll pull back and maybe even pull back like this. So, but that's just my thoughts. It may go ahead and push all the way up. I mean, 144 is the 618 fib based on the 1 hour fibs. So going from right here to right here, it's saying that it could possibly go there. I personally think that maybe not today, but it'd be too far for today, I think. But say over the next couple of days, I think we can be at 138. That's just an idea. But you can see that we're kind of in a channel going across through here. And I just want to get up to there, get my position out, make some money, and then maybe I can go long on a little pullback. That's my thought on Walmart. If we go, people are asking about Target. Target's been selling off. It's actually kind of in a descending triangle. Let me get that closer. It's in a descending triangle. Right here would be your base, your horizontal, and then this would be your upper trend, and that's actually off a little bit. But it looks like it's possibly going to sell off, but I don't know why it would, because Target sells groceries and stuff too. So I think it'll be fine. Oh, one thing on Walmart we found out yesterday is Walmart is roping off all the retail section, like your clothing and all that stuff. In West Virginia, they're doing that. That's where I'm from, and there's 2 stores actually doing it right now, and they're going to limit the people getting in. This morning when I went to Walmart to buy my stuff, they had the front roped off to where you had to get in a line to get in, and they're only going to allow so many people in. They're only going to allow 2 people per cart, so people that's got 10 kids going in there are not going in. And then as far as your aisles and everything, they're going to make sure that there's people already standing in the aisles watching, the employees, to make sure that people aren't getting too close to each other. And like toilet tissue, paper towels, meats, canned foods, they have limits on all that. So I think that, in my opinion, is probably going to hurt the Walmart sales quite a bit, because Walmart, I mean, you go in there, people bumper to bumper pushing carts out of the way trying to get their stuff. Now they're not. So the earnings is coming up on May 19th, and they have probably sold more this quarter than they've ever sold in history. So I think the earnings is going to be good, but I think that there's definitely going to be some pullbacks on that and some bad news. So anyway, hit a couple more here. I know Adam's talking about Roku. It looks like it's still selling off. I would still be in puts on that, I think, if it were me. You would think that Roku, Netflix, and things like that be going up, but Roku still looks kind of bearish to me. Staying under this 15, that's a 4-hour chart. If we go to a 1-hour chart, we're just staying right on that, underneath that 15. So until those candles get above and stay above the 15, I would stay bearish on it. We'll go to Netflix. Look at that one. I bought calls yesterday. Looks like I did good. Because actually, I bought them here. I think I bought them here. Yeah, I did. I bought them here right at the close. So my calls should be going up, and it looks like we're crossing that 15 like I was just talking about, and we're going to take off. So Netflix bullish. Okay, we got in this one yesterday. It sold off real hard, and a bunch of us got in some calls yesterday. And it looks like it's actually coming right across the top of that 15, so we may have a really good day today. I'll sell mine off. I'm not holding it. Once I see some profit, I'm thinking we can get 100%, maybe 200% profit on these. When I hit that mark, I'm probably going to sell off a lot of them, and I might hold a little bit, but I'll sell off enough to get my money back, and then I'll just let the rest ride. That's probably what I'll end up doing. We'll see how it does today, though. And let's see here. I'll look at ABT. That was another good one. It's actually starting to take off on us. This is the one where they have the 5-minute test for the drugs. I got in right over in here, and so it looks like it's starting to come up. I got in this for long. I bought January. This is long-term investment for me. I think when the news comes out, which I think is today, then this should rally up pretty good. They've already been talking about it in the press conferences and stuff, so it's been pretty good. So look back at ES, and I'm going to get off here. Market's getting ready to open. I know you all want to be on the market. Looks like we're actually staying above this 15 or 15 EMA and going up. Again, I think when we hit that, I mean, would that be coincidental that we hit this right at 9:30 and then just sold off? So that's what I think is going to happen. Now, it could rally all day long, but I think it's going to sell off right there. I'll look at real quick the 3M. Why did that not do it? They got bad news because they were selling masks across the country. I have been long on this one, and I'm hoping that it will actually come back. It actually looks like it's actually increasing. All the bad news, I'm shocked that it is. TQQQ, that same as NQ. Once we look at NQ, we take care of the SQ, TQs, and all that. But I bought them up in here, and it dropped way down. I mean, it's just killed me. I can't believe that it didn't just take off with the news that they had. But with the news they had last night about them selling to all overseas and not Americans, the mask, I thought it would tank, but it's actually going up. So who knew? I may average that one down. I don't know. But I'm going to cut it short here, guys, and I will see you in the Discord group. And if you would care, like, share, and subscribe this. And also, if you're not part of the Discord group, click on the link down below in the description, get signed up, and you can join us today and talk about what's going on. So I will talk to you guys later. Appreciate y'all.